When we think of the ocean, we think of this. We think of a surface that reflects the sky, a place of horizon lines, sunlight, and the familiar rhythm of the tides. We treat it as a playground, a blue expanse that we can sail across or swim within. But this is a thin veneer. It is a ceiling. The version of the ocean we understand is merely the skin of something much older and much deeper. To understand what lives here, you have to leave the sun behind. At 200 meters, the photosynthesis stops. At 500 meters, the colors bleed out. Red is the first to vanish, turning to gray, then black. At 1,000 meters, the concept of daytime ceases to exist. Now you are in the bathypelagic zone, the midnight zone. Here, pressure is not just a force, it is an atmosphere. It presses against every square inch of matter with the weight of a collapsing building. There are no walls here, no floor, no ceiling, just an endless, crushing void. In a world without light, silence is a luxury you cannot afford. And sound does not mean communication, it means detection. You have been found. This is the deep-sea dragonfish, scientific name Grammatostamius flagellabarba. It is a creature that defies our aesthetic logic. There are no scales to shimmer in the sun because there is no sun. There is no pigment for camouflage because in the dark, black is the only color that matters. It has no expression. It has no bulk. It is a collection of jagged geometry and cold light. It is easy to look at this creature and call it a monster, to call it a nightmare. But that implies it was designed to frighten us. It wasn't. The terror of the dragonfish doesn't come from malice. The terror comes from its optimization. This is what life looks like when it is stripped of all vanity. When survival is the only math that remains, this is the solution. To understand the dragonfish, you must first understand the economy of the deep. Down here, life is defined by scarcity. Food is rare. It falls from above as detritus, or it drifts by in the form of confused, lost prey. The density of life is so low that a predator might go weeks or even months without encountering a single calorie. This creates a paradox. To hunt, you need energy. To get energy, you need to hunt. In the bathypelagic zone, you cannot afford to chase a meal that you might lose. You cannot afford to swim endlessly in search of a target. Every movement is a withdrawal from a bank account that is almost empty. And so, the dragonfish solves the first problem, darkness, by breaking the rules. It produces its own light. Through a chemical reaction called bioluminescence, it illuminates the void. But this is not a headlight. A headlight would warn prey. A headlight would reveal the dragonfish to larger predators. Some species of dragonfish have evolved a secret weapon, red light. Most deep-sea creatures are colorblind to red. Because red wavelengths from the sun are absorbed within the first few meters of the ocean, eyes down here simply stopped evolving to see it. To the prey, the red beam is invisible. To the dragonfish, it is a sniper scope. It can see you, illuminate you, and track you, while remaining completely invisible itself. It does not chase, it invites. The barbel is a lure, a lie told in the dark. It leverages the desperation of other starving creatures. It promises food, drawing them closer, inch by inch, until they cross a threshold of no return. This brings us to the second solution, the trap. In the surface world, predators hide their teeth to avoid alarming their prey. Here, concealment is unnecessary. The darkness hides the weapon. The teeth are transparent, not for beauty, but to reduce their silhouette. They are invisible bars of a cage. The design is binary. There is no wounding in the deep sea. There is no grazing. Because food is so rare, the anatomy demands a 100% success rate upon strike. The teeth curve backward, ensuring that the only direction the prey can move is down the throat. This is the final and perhaps most impressive mechanism: efficiency. The dragonfish is not a warrior, it is a biological landmine. It strips away everything unnecessary. No heavy scales, no powerful cruising muscles, no complex brain for social interaction. It waits, it drifts, it endures. We call it a monster because it looks wrong to us. But if you look closely, you don't see cruelty. You see engineering. You see a creature that has solved the unsolvable problems of the deep. But understanding the mechanism does not make it safe. Knowing how the trap works does not change the fact that the trap is set. And as we are about to see, the dragonfish is not the only thing waiting in the dark. It is merely the gatekeeper. To visit the dragonfish, we have to encase ourselves in titanium spheres. We have to bring our own air, our own heat, and our own light. We treat the deep ocean as a hostile environment because for us it is fatal. It is a place where our biology fails instantly. But for the dragonfish, this pressure isn't a threat, it is a hug. This crushing darkness isn't an abyss, it is home. When we look at them through the thick glass of a submersible, we are witnessing a creature that is perfectly at ease in a hellscape. And that is where the true unease begins. If you were to encounter a dragonfish, nothing would happen. It wouldn't roar, it wouldn't chase you. It likely wouldn't even acknowledge you. To a creature that has evolved over millions of years to detect the faint bioluminescence of a copepod, a human in a submarine is incomprehensible. We are too loud, too bright, too big. We are static. There is a specific kind of horror in being ignored by a predator. We are used to being the protagonists of our own planet. We expect nature to react to us, to fear us, or to hunt us. But down here, we are irrelevant. The dragonfish looks through us. Its sensors are tuned to a frequency of life in which we do not exist. And the most terrifying part? This isn't an anomaly. We treat deep-sea monsters as rare, exotic exceptions, strange things that live in the margins. But the bathypelagic zone is the largest habitat on Earth. By volume, this is the norm. The vertebrates that live down here, the dragonfish and their kin, are among the most abundant vertebrates on the planet. There are billions of them, trillions. While we walk on the thin crust of the surface, looking up at the sun, they are down there, right now, waiting in the dark, functioning with perfect efficiency. They do not need the sun, they do not need the seasons, and they certainly do not need us. We project our fears onto them. We call them nightmares, but they are simply reality. A reality that has existed long before us and will continue long after we are gone. There is no malice in the deep. There is only the silence of a machine that never turns off. We began this journey by calling the dragonfish a nightmare. We looked at its teeth, its dead eyes, and its phantom lights, and we recoiled. We projected our own vulnerability onto it. We imagined what it would be like to be down there, alone, waiting in the dark. But the dragonfish is not a nightmare. A nightmare is chaotic. A nightmare is broken. This creature is neither. It is a masterpiece of subtraction. It is exactly as complex as it needs to be, and not a single molecule more. It does not hunt us. It does not hate us. It does not even know we are here. We live our lives in the sun. We build our cities, write our histories, and define our reality by what we can see. We tell ourselves that this, the light, the noise, the warmth, is the world. But just a few miles down, there is a second Earth. These two worlds exist simultaneously. They are separated not by distance, but by a barrier of pressure that neither side can cross. While you sleep, while you work, while you worry about the trivialities of the surface, the dragonfish is drifting, the trap is set, the red light is pulsing. Perhaps that is why the dragonfish is truly terrifying. It isn't the teeth, it isn't the darkness, it is the realization that the normal world, our world, is the minority. Most of the biosphere is cold, most of it is dark, most of it looks like them, not us. The dragonfish is a reminder that nature was not built for our comfort. It does not require our understanding to function. It does not need to be beautiful, to be perfect. It just needs to work. And in the dark, it works perfectly.